Blimey, Walford never gives us a break, does it? Last night's EastEnders left us reeling with Zoe Slater's heartbreaking secret finally revealed and a shock Max Branning comeback no one saw coming. From gunshots to old flames returning, it was non-stop drama. And now, fans are asking what happens next. Stick around as we dive into 5 huge EastEnders questions after that shock Max Branning return and Zoe Slater twists. How are Zoe and Max connected? Now this is where things get really interesting. Zoe hasn't been in Walford since 2005, and Max didn't rock up until 2006, so on paper they shouldn't even know each other. But Max being Max, a proper womanizer back in the day, you can't rule out the idea that their paths crossed off screen somewhere along the line. The show loves filling in those gaps with surprise history, and if Zoe and Max have got some secret link that could blow open a whole new storyline, it doesn't even have to be romantic either. Just the fact he was the mystery caller has got fans buzzing already. The real question is whether Max is reaching out as a mate, or if he's part of the danger Zoe's been going on about. She's terrified of some enemy lurking in the shadows, and suddenly Max pops up. That can't be a coincidence, can it? If he's back in Walford to stir trouble, then Kat and Zoe could find themselves right in the firing line. On the other hand, if he's tied up in Zoe's past in a more protective way, that flips things completely. Either way, it feels like we're only just scratching the surface, and viewers are definitely going to have plenty to say about this twist. Has Max returned as a villain? Max has had more than his fair share of dark moments in Walford, and let's be honest, he slips into villain mode a little too easily. We all remember when he came back after being stitched up for Lucy Beale's murder and set about tearing the square apart, even going as far as trying to kill Ian. So the big question is history repeating itself here? If Max is back to cause trouble and Zoe ends up caught in the middle, this could really spark some fireworks. The thought of Kat and the Slaters going head to head with Max is classic EastEnders drama waiting to happen. But then again, EastEnders loves a twist, and it's never that simple with Max. He's got unfinished business with his kids, Lauren and Oscar, and we can't imagine them rushing to welcome him back with open arms if he's on another revenge kick. That fractured family dynamic could easily play into Zoe's storyline too. Maybe he's back with darker intentions, or maybe there's something more complicated we haven't seen yet. Either way, it feels like Max's return isn't just about Zoe. It's about shaking up half of Walford, and viewers are definitely going to be divided on what he's really up to. Who fathered Zoe's children? The big mystery now is, of course, who fathered Zoe's baby all those years ago. We know it can't be Dirty Den, but that only narrows things down slightly. There's no real likeness to Max, but when Zoe made that pointed comment to Anthony about being glad he'd had kids of his own, it did make you wonder if there's more to it. EastEnders loves a hidden connection, and Anthony being involved would certainly stir up plenty of old history. And let's not forget Zoe's fling with Dennis Rickman. The timings don't completely rule him out either. Can you imagine Sharon's face if she discovered her late husband had left behind a child with Zoe? That would be dynamite. But it's not just about the main players we all remember. Zoe also ran with the younger Walford crowd back in the day, people like Ronnie Ferreira or Tariq LaRusi, and the show could easily dip back into that era. Fans love when a familiar face from years ago gets pulled back into the fold, and that bad blood comment Zoe made during the flashback raises even more questions. Was she hinting at something dark about her own past or about the baby's father? Either way, the fact the show is dropping breadcrumbs like this suggests the truth is going to be messy, emotional, and very likely connected to someone the audience already knows. Have we already met Zoe's son? Now, here's a theory that could really get people talking. What if Zoe's secret child isn't some brand new face, but actually someone we already know in Walford? 19 years have passed since that flashback, which lines up perfectly with plenty of characters knocking about the square today. Sure, we didn't see any major baby arrivals for the lads in 2006, but EastEnders has a habit of quietly rewriting history when it suits the drama. The fact the show has focused so heavily on Zoe's son, rather than the twin she lost, makes you think he's being set up for something big. Of course, we can cross Joel Marshall off the list. He's clearly too young to be the mystery child. But beyond that, the possibilities are wide open. Imagine the shockwaves if one of the current younger characters turned out to be Zoe's son without even realizing it. It'd tie the past and present together in a way EastEnders does best, and it would hand Kat, Zoe, and Max a whole new set of problems. Viewers will definitely have plenty to say if the truth lands closer to home than anyone expects. What else is Zoe hiding after troubling dialogue? That line from Zoe about her enemy being still alive felt like more than just a throwaway comment, didn't it? It sounded like a proper hint, almost like she was telling us there's someone from way back that we should be remembering. Combine that with her sheer terror whenever the subject comes up, and it makes you wonder what exactly this person has over her. It could be someone with a grudge, or maybe someone tied directly to her secret child. Either way, it's the sort of clue EastEnders drops when a huge reveal is just around the corner. And then there's Zoe's guilt. She keeps saying she's done something so unforgivable that even Kat wouldn't stand by her. Now, we all know Kat has seen and survived a lot in her time, so for Zoe to think her mum would wash her hands of her, it's got to be massive. That's what makes this storyline so gripping. It's not just about who Zoe's enemy is, it's about what terrible secret she's hiding. With more revelations promised in the next episode, it feels like we're right on the edge of another bombshell, and viewers will definitely have a lot to say when the truth comes out.